Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is good. And this is another video where we are actually going to talk about something which needs to be talked about, right? Okay, so I'm very sure that there are most of the aspirants who are preparing for 2026 examinations, and that too specifically regulatory bodies, right? Now, when I talk about these aspirants, I am very sure that you people would be thinking about, preparing for regulatory exams very holistically. तो ये जो पर्टिकुलर वीडियो है ये किस पे रहेगा, इसी चीज़ के ऊपर रहेगा कि आप 2026 में how you can actually prepare for multiple regulatory bodies exam, and that too with a clear strategy, because strategy is something which you are actually in need of. Otherwise, it is actually very possible to approach these multiple examinations also. So this is what we are actually going to do in this particular video. I'll be telling you that what to do and what not to do, as in do's and don'ts for these examinations, specifically these regulatory bodies examinations. And we'll be talking about other aspects also associated with it. So it's a kind of full-fledged information which is exactly going to help you in a very, very detailed manner, right? We'll be talking about everything here. Okay, now this is something that we've released recently. This is RBI Grade B 2026 preparation kit. Specifically for those aspirants who are preparing for 2026, you people can just download this preparation kit. I've already made one separate video on it. Here, you people will be getting 10 PDFs, e-books, and that too for free, right? Which includes very basic part. हमारे जैसे PYQs हो गए, जो हमारे toppers हैं उनके notes, so that you get a clarity as on how to proceed and how to start preparing for 2026 RBI Grade B examination. Okay, all right. So as I told you, we will be talking about multiple of the regulatory examinations here. We'll be talking about regulatory exams also, that what is the significance of regulatory bodies, why you people should appear for it. We will be talking about RBI, we will be talking about NABARD, SEBI, IFSCA, as well as IRDAI is also something that we are going to talk about. ठीक है, इनको 2026 में अप्रोच कैसे करना है, आप कैसे एकदम परफेक्ट स्ट्रैटेजी के साथ आप पांचों एग्जाम्स में जो है वो अपेयर कर सकते हो. एंड ऑफ कोर्स आई एम नॉट एट ऑल सेइंग दैट विनिंग ईच एंड एवरी एग्जाम इज इंपॉर्टेंट, बट येस, preparing for each and every exam in a very holistic manner is of course something which is very important here. Now talking about the overview of regulatory examinations, right? So basically, when I talk about India, we are actually having multiple of the regulatory bodies who are having specific sectors with them, right? And these are the bodies which recruit personnel, and these are the bodies which try to excel in one particular sector. For example, when I talk about RBI, right? When I talk about the RBI here, now RBI is one of the bodies which is responsible for bringing financial stability in the market. Along with that, it is the one which has to take care of growth of the country also, okay, in terms of numbers. And you can call RBI as Apex Bank as well, right? You call RBI as Apex Bank also. Bankers Bank kaun hai? That is RBI. In a similar manner, you people already know that we are having securities market. Who is the one who regulates it? That is SEBI. Okay, so it means that regulatory bodies are the one which are given specific sectors, and to excel in these specific sectors, these are the kind of functions which was given to them, and of course these are the bodies that we are having here, right? So Securities and Exchange Board of India, that is SEBI, it is having task of stabilizing your markets, right? जो हमारे security market है इसको regulate कौन करता है? SEBI is exactly the one. In a similar note, we are having NABARD as well, National Rural for Agriculture and Rural Development, which is known as NABARD. Now you can clearly see, for bringing any or anything associated with agriculture, NABARD is the one which takes care of that, right? So this is something again which is super important. और उसके साथ साथ we are having IFSCA as well, right? Now this is something like, this is one of the bodies which deals with what? That is International Finance Services Center, or this is something which deals with the financial services, that too in this particular category here, right? Why it is important? Because you people already know we are having financial services, we are having international financial services also. So this is something, this is the one body, this is one body which deals with it, okay? Then we are having IRDAI as well. IRDAI as in we are having insurance sector. So insurance sector को कौन regulate करता है? That is of course IRDAI is the one, right? So Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India. IRDAI is the one. So it's a brief introduction about these regulatory bodies here. Now, when I talk about, the syllabus, or maybe when I talk about the probable dates, so we'll be discussing in very brief about it, right? Almost सारे जो examinations है, जैसे NABARD का phase 1 हो चुका है, phase 1 is still left, RBI का phase 1, phase 2 दोनों हो चुका है, result जो है वो आना बाकी है ना. So in a similar note, we are having other examinations also. Almost every examination is done except IRDAI here, right? अभी जो IRDAI का जो notification we were expecting, we are actually expecting that is in these months only, November, December के बीच में. But yes, still it is not out till now. It is not out, and of course soon we'll see the conduction of this particular exam as well. So this is a kind of extraordinary kind of case here, right? But we'll be talking about rest of the examination. See, I told you phase 1 and phase 2 of RBI Grade B is all done. And what we're expecting in 2026 here, that phase 1 will be conducted 20 अगस्त से लेके सितंबर के बीच में. we'll see कि जो हमारी notifications होगी वो आ जाएंगी, ठीक है. उसके साथ अगर मैं फेज 2 की बात करूं, सुने समझ नोट, ऑफ कोर्स सितंबर और अक्टूबर के बीच में जो हम एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं कि जो नेक्स्ट ईयर है, जो 2026 है, इस 2026 में वी आर एक्चुअली एक्सपेक्टिंग द डेट्स आर गोइंग टू बी विद इन दिस ओनली, राइट, इन अ सिमिलर पैटर्न ऑफ कोर्स. क्योंकि अगर मैं 2025 की बात करूं, सो ऑलमोस्ट एवरी एग्जामिनेशन वाज कंडक्टेड लेट, है ना. इस बार जो है वो बहुत ज़्यादा लेट हो गया था. दिसंबर के आसपास जो है, नवंबर दिसंबर, अक्टूबर नवंबर दिसंबर के बीच में जो है वो फेज 1 एंड फेज 2 का जो है वो कंडक्शन हुआ है. बट येस, वी नीड टू रिमेंबर दैट इन 2026 इट कैन हैपन सून एज वेल, एज इन वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग टू टू गेट इट हैपन मे बी बिटवीन सितंबर से लेके अक्टूबर के बीच में ना. ऑफ कोर्स इंटरव्यू नवंबर से लेके दिसंबर के बीच में वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग दैट इंटरव्यू विल ऑल्सो take place. In a similar manner, when I talk about this NABARD Grade A examination, अगस्त से लेके सितंबर के बीच में, सितंबर अक्टूबर 2026 and नवंबर दिसंबर 2026 के बीच में we are expecting it. Now I told you IRDAI Grade A 2025 examination is yet not conducted. It will be conducted soon, so we'll not be talking about it, but these are the examination dates which we are exactly hoping for. Alright, SEBI की अगर मैं बात करूँ, so of course its examination will be conducted soon. We are expecting कि जो next year जो 2026 का examination होगा, जुलाई अगस्त के साथ जो है phase 1 की notifications आ जाएंगी. अगस्त सितंबर के आसपास of course we'll see the notification of phase 2 as well, and of course अक्टूबर दिसंबर के आसपास for interview also. And then coming on IFSCA, which deals with insurance sector, right? So जो मई जून 2026 के बीच में we are expecting that a notification जो है that will be out, right? Exam date is specifically here. जून जुलाई के साथ में वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग फेज 2 भी हो जाएगा. और इंटरव्यू की अगर मैं बात करूँ, अगस्त से लेके अक्टूबर के बीच में वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग इट, राइट. Now the question arises that since we are having multiple regulatory bodies here, but what is common among these regulatory bodies? As in, I'm here talking from the perspective of syllabus. Okay, I'm here talking from the perspective of syllabus. What is common among them? So this is something which is actually very common in nature in phase 1 and phase 2 both. Phase 1 में QRE and general awareness common in each and every discipline. It means if you're preparing for one, even if you start preparing for it very holistically, you will be able to do it, right? What matters and what differentiates here is just a kind of approach, is just a kind of pattern of examination there, right? तो हो सकता है एक में बहुत ज़्यादा टफ आता हो, एक में थोड़ा सिंपल आता हो. So that is what you need to differentiate. Otherwise, the syllabus, the topics, the kind of question, they all remain same, right? In a similar manner about phase 2. Now, ESI and descriptive English descriptive is something which remains same. तो ESI भी same है. ESI जो है आपको हर एक जो पेपर है उसमें आएगा. मतलब if you've done ESI very thoroughly once, you need not to cover for each and every examination specifically or maybe separately, right? If once done, it means done. And next is the case with English also, right? English जो हमारा descriptive है, उसके लिए भी English जो है, it is actually super helpful. Now, when I talk about the specific subjects here, as I already told you, when I talk about the RBI Grade B phase 2 में we are having finance and management, IRDAI में we are having insurance and management, फिर उसके बाद NABARD में we are having ARD, ESI decision making, of course computer knowledge is there, and agriculture and rural development is also there. SEBI may we are having commerce, accountancy, management, finance, costing and companies act and economics as well, right? So that is what associated with SEBI. IFSC is also the one, so commerce, accountancy, finance, costing, and economics is part of it. And of course, IFSC Act, banking, capital market, insurance and pension sector, budget, surveys, of course, part of it, right? So budget और survey जो है वो दोनों के लिए ही नहीं छोड़ना है. Now we are specifically starting with the first one, which is RBI Grade B 2026. Now I have already told you RBI is one of the apex bodies which is responsible for bringing stabilization in economy, along with that ensuring growth in economy as well, right? This is what is the function of RBI here. All right. So what do you get if you start preparing for RBI? We'll start with the salary, and then of course slowly and steadily we'll be talking about rest of the portions as well. Remember, salary allowance that we will be getting here is actually very holistic in manner, right? जो हमारा जो gross monthly salary जो बनता है, that is just equivalent to 1,50,374 per month. उसके साथ साथ जो dearness allowance है, local compensatory है, house and rent and grade allowance है, that will be provided to you people. उसके साथ साथ अगर मैं रिम्बर्समेंट की बात करूँ फॉर स्पेसिफिक एक्सपेंसेस, जैसे व्हीकल मेंटेनेंस हो गया, न्यूज़पेपर हो गया, इंटरनेट, टेलीफोन चार्ज, बुक ग्रांट्स हो गए, तो इनके एक्सपेंसेस विल बी रीइंबर्स्ड टू यू, राइट. उसके साथ साथ फेस्टिवल अलाउंस हो गया, मेडिकल एड हो गया, ट्रैवल कंसेशन हो गया, लोन्स पे कंसेशन हो गया, सो यू विल बी एबल टू गेट दीज एज वेल. सो दीज आर एक्चुअली वेरी अट्रैक्टिव इन नेचर, राइट. Now again, I'm trying to relate with something which is our ESIS topic. Now many a times I tell you people that if you start comparing organized sector and unorganized sector, you'll always find out कि organized sector is more something which is balanced in a way, and this is something which is full of security as well, right? But similar kind of security you won't be getting in unorganized sector. So that is of course something which attracts people to get here and to start doing job here, right? Working environment of course बहुत peaceful होता है. आपके fixed office hours रहेंगे, 5 days जो आपका है वो working रहेगा. Of course you will be free on Saturdays and Sundays. So even if you want to start preparing for something else, or maybe if you want to continue your studies also, you will be given chance here to continue your studies as well, right? The job profile है, probation period होता है first 2 years का. It can be extended to maximum 4 years as well. Now they are the managers, like when you join RBI Grade B, as in when you clear this examination, when you join there, you will be joining as manager in RBI, right? So when I talk about the manager profile here, so you are actually going to work directly for the people's welfare, right? For the India's welfare. So that is best of the contribution that you can give by yourself, right? उसके साथ साथ अगर मैं exam structure की बात करूँ, it is actually going to take place in 3 of the phases: phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3, which is known as interview also. In phase 1, now when I talk about this examination, it's a CBT kind of paper. It is going to, you people will be having these online examinations only, but now more important is that what kind of structure you're going to get there, right? Okay, so we are having general awareness, QRE of course is part of it, right? तो ये सारा जो है ड्यूरेशन आपको कितना मिलेगा इसके लिए 120 minutes you people will be getting. How many number of questions you will be getting? They're just equivalent to 200, right? So just equivalent to marks as well, 200 questions and 200 marks also. And in online examination, specifically phase 2, it is actually further divided into 3 papers, okay? Further divided into 3 papers. One is ESI, next one is English, and third one is finance and management, okay? So in ESI, 30 minutes will be given and 90 minutes will be given, right? So this is specifically from the part of, because ESI is something and phase 1 is phase 2 is something where you people will be getting objective questions plus descriptive questions as well, right? So both will be part of it. Now here it includes 30 minutes and 90 minutes. 30 for MCQs and 4 descriptive questions will be there, and of course marks will be equivalent to 100 here, right? उसके साथ साथ phase 2 online examination, as I have told you earlier as well, it is actually going to be divided into 3 parts. Just remember it. Now we are coming on to the phase 3 part, which is interview also. It the time period that you're going to get here includes 30 से लेके 35 मिनट्स तक, ठीक है? कितना यहाँ पे जो है वो स्कोर रहेगा, ये रहेगा हमारा 75 नंबर्स. एंड बिलीव मी, phase 2 is something which contributes most if you want to get into the merit list, right? It actually contributes most. So that is something which is part of it, right? उसके साथ साथ अगर मैं यहाँ पे लर्निंग की और प्रैक्टिस की और रिवीजन की बात करूँ, देखो अगर आप फाउंडेशनल क्लासेस अच्छे से लगाते हो, स्टैटिक पोर्शन आप फुल फ्लेजेड तरीके से लगाते हो, तो दैट इज मोर देन इनफ। प्रैक्टिस कॉन्टिन्यूसली बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है। फुल मॉक लेंथ जो है, फुल लेंथ मॉक टेस्ट दीजिए, फिर उसके बाद ऑब्जेक्टिव टाइप क्वेश्चंस के टेस्ट दीजिए, डिस्क्रिप्टिव टाइप जो है वो प्रैक्टिस करना शुरू कीजिए। फिर उसके साथ साथ यू पीपल नीड टू टच द पार्ट, लाइक टच syllabus as well, right? And of course if you continuously revise, you will be actually able to crack it also, right? Now this is the link, and this is something which we have started here. This is mentorship, one-on-one mentorship for RBI Grade B 2026 here. It's a kind of batch which is actually going to provide you better help, right, regarding what. Now you people will be getting insights from Anil sir, RBI Grade B के AIR1 है वो, है ना। तो यहाँ पे ये जो है, ये जो इंडिविजुअल है, बिकॉज ही इज ऑल्सो द वन हु इज ऑलरेडी वर्कड समवेयर, सो एग्जाम भी क्रैक करा है, सो ही इज ऑल्सो गोइंग टू गाइड यू ईच एंड एवरीथिंग एसोसिएटेड विद इट, राइट। एंड दिस इज अबाउट द सुपर ग्रेड बी फेज 1 summer summit batch here, and this is RBI Grade B phase 1 and phase 2 complete course as well. Now if you want to enroll in it, you people can clearly enroll in it, right? Now here, although the price differentiates here, but the kind of quality that you're going to get here is not something you'll get in the previous one, right? So you people can clearly compare it, and accordingly you can purchase it as well, right? Okay, so I'm just moving myself out of the screen here so that you can just go through each and every information that is written here. All right, so I hope you've gone through each and every information associated with it. All right, next is NABARD Grade A 2026. Recently only, on 20th only, NABARD ka jo phase 1 hai, it is all conducted, right? But what you people will be getting in, as a salary and maybe other aspects also, that is what we are going to discuss here, right? I'm just zooming in here so that you better see it, right? Now, what are the salary, and what are the allowances that you're going to get here? The salary is just equivalent to, we are actually expecting that the gross salary is just equivalent to 1 lakh per month, and dearness allowance, compensatory allowance, everything will be provided to you people as equivalent to RBI also, right? The salary structure actually varies here, but other of the aspects are just equivalent to each other. All right. Working environment is of course very friendly here. Fixed timing hours रहेंगे, और उसके साथ साथ जो आपको working hours है आपके 5 days per week रहेगा, ठीक है। Again, just like RBI probation period you are having of 2 years, it can be enhanced maximum 1 year here, right? So that is something which is part of it. All right. Now this is about the examination structure here. Again, telling you it is going to be conducted in 3 of the phases: phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. Now when I talk about phase 1, it is actually objective type टेस्ट, बट टेस्ट जो है वो ऑनलाइन एग्जामिनेशन रहेगा। इसके अंदर रीजनिंग, इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज, क्वांटिटेटिव एप्टीट्यूड, जनरल अवेयरनेस, ESI, ARD, decision making, computer knowledge is also part of it. How much of time you will be getting for that? That is 120 minutes. So number of questions कितने रहेंगे? That would be 200, and of course 200 marks also. In phase 2, of course, you are having online examination. So यहाँ पे English descriptive session रहेगा, और phase 2 में we are having ASI and these ARD as well, as in this agriculture and rural development also. So ARD is also something which is part of phase 2, and of course ESI is also part of it. Now in total, how much of time you will be getting? That is 90 minutes, and 30 MCQs रहेंगे, और 4 जो है वो descriptive questions रहेंगे. Marks is just going to be equivalent to 101 here, right? उसके साथ साथ phase 2 की अगर मैं, phase 3 की अगर मैं बात करूँ, so phase 3 is going to be conducted, like what will be there? Of course interview, right? So यहाँ पे 50 जो marks है, जो 50 marks है, it will be given to you people, like specifically those who crack their interviews, and of course who score better, right? So out of 50 you will be getting it. उसके साथ साथ this is about learning, practice and revision also, right? Now I'm not at all going to specifically on each and everything here. You people can just refer to it by yourself as well, okay? This is the NABARD Grade A 2026 course that is going to get live here. Of course, we like every faculty will be taking your classes. Of course, you can fully trust in if you want to enroll here. You can just use the code which is launch, and you people will be able to get 20% off here, right? Okay, next is about SEBI Grade A 2026. Anyone having any doubt till now? Anyone having any doubt till now? I hope you people have maximum clarity. All right. SEBI. Now, when I talk about the SEBI here, see, it is having task of managing markets, right? What is the monthly or gross emolument that it is going to get, like, to those individuals who are going to get here? That is 1,84,000 per month, and that too without accommodation, and rupees 1,43,000 with accommodation will be provided, right? उसके साथ साथ डीए की जो जो डीए हो गया, फैमिली अलाउंस हो गया, हाउस रेंट हो गया, एवरीथिंग विल बी प्रोवाइडेड इन दैट अलाउंस है. उसके साथ साथ अगर मैं रिइंबर्समेंट की बात करूँ, सो येस फॉर एक्सपेंसेस ऑफ व्हीकल मेंटेनेंस, न्यूज़पेपर हो गया, इंटरनेट सर्विसेज हो गया, एवरीथिंग विल बी गिवन, राइट? एवरीथिंग विल बी प्रोवाइड टू यू पीपल. उसके साथ साथ वर्किंग एनवायरमेंट, अगेन सेइंग इट इज एक्चुअली वेरी डिसेंट इन नेचर. It is actually very decent in nature. Of course, it is actually very supportive in nature as well. Probation period remains for 2 years here. And this is also divided into 3 of the phases. Phase 1, phase 2, and of course, we are having phase, that interview as well. Like, you can clearly see phase 1 MCQs, which include GA mostly, quantitative aptitude and test of reasoning also. Okay. Now, the duration is just equivalent to 80. Okay, and then we're having number of questions, which is what? That is 100 questions here. How much marks it is equivalent to? That is just 60 marks, right? And then we're having MCQs also. Now, when I talk about the MCQs part here, जो हमारा जो specialized subject है, it is related to scheme, and of course example, we are having multiple examples here. We are having multiple examples here. We are having multiple examples here. For example, we are having general stream, we are having legal stream, we are having IT and etc. Right? Now, how much of duration? That is just 101, and of course, number of questions will also be equivalent to 100 only. How much of time you will be getting here? That is 40 minutes. Okay, and then we are having descriptive answers as well, which includes this writing skills here. And then of course we are having specialized subject related stream also, and of course then we are having interview as well, right? So these are the learnings, and this is the practice, and this is the revision that you are actually in need of, right? Again, our course is live. Even if you want, people can just purchase it. Here you will be getting live classes and everything associated, which is actually very important for your CV preparation, right? And then we are just jumping on to IFSCA Grade A 2026 examination, again telling you what you people will be getting here, right? What you people will be getting here if you want to get into IFSCA. What are the facilities and everything you people will be getting here? Remember that the monthly gross emoluments that you're going to get is just equivalent to 1,43,000 per month. उसके साथ साथ DA हो गया, local compensatory हो गया, house rent and grade allowance हो गया, ये जो सारी चीज़ें हैं you people will be getting it, right? Again, working environment is actually very decent in nature. 2 साल का जो है वो probation period है. उसके अगर मैं 2 साल की probation period की भी बात करूँ, so of course it is दो जो हमारा पीरियड का प्रोबेशन पीरियड है, आफ्टर यू जस्ट जॉइन द सर्विसेज देन ओनली इट विल बी कंटिन्यूड. बट बिफोर दैट ऑफ कोर्स व्हाट इज इंपॉर्टेंट, द वर्किंग एनवायरनमेंट इज ऑफ कोर्स वेरी वेरी डिसेंट इन नेचर, राइट? उसके साथ साथ अगर मैं यहाँ पे स्ट्रक्चर की बात करूँ, एग्जाम स्ट्रक्चर की बात करूँ, so you can clearly see it is conducted in phase 1 and phase 2 and phase 3 here, right? Again, so this clearly see that phase 1 will be having general awareness, English language, quantitative aptitude, and test of reasoning is of course part of it. And then we are having phase 2, which consists of what? That is specialized subject relies to the stream here. जैसे हमारा जनरल स्ट्रीम हो गया, लीगल स्ट्रीम हो गया, ऑफ कोर्स इंग्लिश पेपर इज ऑल्सो पार्ट ऑफ इट, डिस्क्रिप्टिव सब्जेक्ट रिलेटेड इश्यूज इज ऑफ कोर्स पार्ट ऑफ इट. ऑफ कोर्स देन वी आर हैविंग इंटरव्यू हियर, राइट? दैट इज ऑफ 50. And then it is associated with the exam requirements, learning, practice, as well as revision also, right? So just start with the foundational classes, just practice them by giving tests, and of course you'd need to revise that also by giving multiple mock tests as well. Again telling you, if you want, you people can enroll here. This is IFSCA Grade A 2026 examination complete course here, which includes phase 1 preparation, phase 2 preparation also, right? Where you people will be getting full-fledged clarity about each and everything here. Now coming on to IRDAI assistant manager exam, again telling you this is not yet conducted. Of course we were expecting its dates to be out in November and December only, but it is yet not active. Of course it doesn't mean that it will never happen. No, it will actually happen, but it is not actually, like, this is not one of the examination which is actually very regular in nature, right? So that can be one of the thing that we people actually need to remember here, right? Okay, so who's the one who can apply for it? Salary allowance है, working environment है, and job profiles is also part of it here, right? अगर मैं यहाँ पे working, अगर मैं यहाँ पे salary allowance की बात करूँ, so India and like specifically initial जो हमारे monthly जो हमारे gross emoluments रहेंगे वो कितने रहेंगे? That is going to be equivalent to 1,46,000 per month, right? Again on that travel expenses and everything will be given to you. Working environment again very decent in nature, and the it is actually entirely focusing on what, that is innovation, diversity at a workplace also, and this is the attitude, and this is something like this is the kind of work which they are actually providing you, which is actually in a very easy manner, and which is actually providing you best of the services as well, right? Now talking about the job profile, again remember probation period जो है यहाँ पे 1 साल का है, ठीक है? Now coming on to the pattern here, phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3. Phase 1 consists of online examination which includes QRE and general awareness. ठीक है, कितने duration का है? 90 minutes का है. Number of questions that people will be able to get here, that includes 160 questions only. Marks जो है वो कितने होंगे? 160 ही होंगे. That is all equivalent to each other. All right. अगर मैं phase 2 की बात करूँ, you people need to mention there, right? So English का जो answer है वो descriptive जो है वो skills रहेंगी English की, अगर मैं specifically बात करूँ. In paper 2 you will be having social economics and social issues, and of course insurance, that is impacting insurance as well, right? उसके साथ साथ अगर मैं एक और अगर मैं पेपर की बात करूं, क्योंकि this phase 2 is also divided into 3, right? Paper 1, paper 2 and paper 3 here. Paper 1 is of English, paper 2 is of economic and social issues, and of course paper 3 consists of what, that is insurance and management here. And then at last we are having interview also, that 2 runs between 30 से लेके 45 minutes के अंदर है, ठीक है? Again telling you IRDAI institute as specifically this course is of course live here. If you want to enroll in it, you people can clearly enroll here, right? Okay, now talking about the combined regulatory examination, I hope you people got everything cleared about these examinations here. Now having any doubt, you people can just mention in the comment section. Of course I'll address it, then I'll be jumping on to the extra kind of efforts which are required here. Alright, so I think most of the individuals are having clarity here, right? Okay, now what I told you, like at one time in 1 year only you can prepare for multiple examinations, but what you need to keep in your mind, what kind of extra effort you people need to give to it, right? Now for example, you're preparing for RBI Grade B and simultaneously want to prepare for rest of the examinations also. So you're already preparing for RBI Grade A, right? Okay, so what do you need to do for rest of the examination? NABARD के लिए अगर simultaneously prepare करना है, so in a very full-fledged manner start preparing about RB, ARD here, decision making, companies, and awareness as well. And then if you want to prepare for SEBI Grade A here, then you need to learn extra Commerce Accountancy Costing Companies Act and Commerce Accountancy specifically Finance Management Costing and Companies Act. So these are the things which are super important. उसके साथ साथ ये अगर मैं specifically बात करूँ social issues की है, फिर descriptive answer writing की, what you need extra in NABARD here, that is decision making, computer awareness and social inclusion here, right? Otherwise just the portion is of course correct here. And then you people need to go through IFSCA code as well, act as well, which is of course insurance, just wait, insurance and banking, this impacting insurance is of course part of it. And then of course you people need to go through what, that is IFSCA Act, banking, insurance, and pension sector is also part of it. This is something which needs an extra part here, right? And this is specifically for what, that is SEBI. And believe me, pension sector in itself is actually very huge in nature. Similar is the case with the rest of the portion as well, right? So जो हमारा pension act है, जो हमारा pension sector है, इसको full fledged manner में करना is actually very important. And then coming on to the IFSCA Grade A here. Now, if you're the one who's preparing for IFSCA Grade A, and what else you need to do here, so remember that for RBI you people need to prepare for ESI descriptive answers, right? और उसके बाद अगर मैं NABARD की बात करूँ, so you people need to remember making computer awareness, and of course social issues as well. And of course, when I talk about my this IFSC, this that specifically ISCA syllabus here, or extra efforts here, what you need to do here is specifically to start putting extra efforts as well, right? So IFSCA Act ho gaya, banking ho gaya, insurance ho gaya, pension sector ho gaya, this actually needs extra efforts also. Now, for example, if you're the one who's preparing for IFSCA Grade A and you want to prepare for rest of the examinations simultaneously, तो सबसे पहले याद रखना RBI के लिए तो आपको static portion करना पड़ेगा, which is ESI and descriptive answer writings also, right? So decision making and computer awareness, social issues, ARD answer writing is something which is needed by NABARD here. And then we are having Companies Act also part of it, and then we are having insurance and ESI pattern issues if you are the one who's preparing for IRDA Grade A here. And similar is the case with IRDA as well, right? If you're the one who's preparing for IRDAI here and want to appear for RBI examinations also, finance is something that you need to do extra. And decision making and computer awareness for NABARD here. And companies accountancy, costing companies act includes what, that is SEBI Grade A, right? And commerce accountancy, costing, IFSCA act, pension sector is also something which is a kind of extra effort that you people need to make here, right? Now these are the courses in which you people can clearly enroll here. Even if you want, you people can clearly enroll here. These are the kind of study material that you're going to get here, right? Okay, so what is special about regulatory super elite? Like, why do you need to buy super elite courses? Because if you just sit and start buying very separately, of course it is actually going to increase your burden, right? So for those for those aspirants who are preparing in 2026, if you're specifically preparing for giving exams, each and every exam, this is a course for them. Regulatory super elite courses, where you people will be having access of each and every discipline here. So that is again super important, right? So actually we are here, we are helping you people can take our help, and of course you people can excel in these many examinations as well. So I've given you maximum clarity as in what is required, what not required, and what is necessary, what not necessary, what are the aspects associated with it. So I've talked to the maximum. I hope you people now having single clarity, like each and every clarity on it. Still having any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. Of course I'm going to address that out. Thank you and good luck. Thank you.